So it looks like I'm going to do a part 2 because I ended up touching one of the buttons on the phone I shouldn't have. So here the cake mix has been added, and I got the tab of butter on top of it. Got the chicken in the mix and the can ready to go once the water gets boiling. And cooking on this, I think, is somewhere between about 30 to 40 minutes, depending on your altitude. And then the same thing with the home style here. Basically, once I whisk it in and bring it up to a boil and let it simmer for a while, it's pretty much done. So it'll be a good meal. And then once I get done with the dessert, I'll throw the French bread in there. And that should work out pretty well. Okay, oven is up to temperature. And actually, I can put both in at the same time because they do cook at the same temperature. It's not always the case, but we're going to take advantage of it and see how well it turns out. So I've got the water still coming up to a boil. And we got both in the oven cooking. Set the timer for about 33 minutes. And it looks like we're about ready to start throwing the soup mix in, along with the chicken and the other spices. Alright, we're whisking the soup mix. Now I'm going to put in the chicken and add the bouillon cubes and mixed vegetables. And I'll show you what it looks like once we do all that. Okay, so I've added a lot of chicken, can of mixed vegetables, some bouillon cubes, and also have a little fresh ground pepper on there. Now this is something you could make from stock too, but I do like the freeze-dried aspect of it. Got a really long shelf life, and something that you can take some simple ingredients and make a very satisfying meal for two for more than one day. So basically got the timer still going. I set it for 33 minutes, and then I kind of got everything going when this was about 28 minutes. I'll have these simmer for at least 10 minutes before I'll sit there and take it off to heat. By then everything should be well heated up. And then we'll bring everything out onto the table and see what the meal looks like along with dessert. Total cost on this meal, $4 for the soup mix. Chickens I got for 99 cents a pound to do 2 breast, so there's about $2. The mixed vegetables is about $1, and then the French bread I think was like $2. So for under $10, definitely 2 well fortified meals for 2. The pie filling was $2 and something. The cake mix was $1.29, and the butter, well, I got a pound for $2. So still right around $10, and got basically a meal and dessert for the next 2 meals. So we're going to go under my label, probably Scottish Fitness. I do a lot of lifting, and to be able to lift, you have to eat healthy, or at least to eat a lot, and then also about just how to do some cooking with some simple things around the house. So we got the soup, been simmering. It's got a few more minutes to go, but you can see it's really thickening up. So we got to the point where we've had this simmering for the 10 minutes. This is just one packet. And I got 8 cups of soup here. Plus the chicken. You do have to add chicken in this. And then we kicked in the vegetables. Sometimes if I want to thicken it up, I'll add more noodles. But we're not going to do that this time. And then we still have the other ones cooking inside. And we'll come back to those. So we're getting ready to, soup's pretty much just simmering. We've got about another 12 or 13 minutes for the bread and the dessert. And we're just letting that flavor just soak in there. I added the bouillon cubes in there because I was throwing a lot of meat in there. I needed to get a little more spices. I threw a little sea salt. A little fresh ground pepper. We do have a lot of spices. If you are going to be doing a lot of cooking, you want to sit there and have a lot of variance in spices in that to keep yourself from getting bored. and food is good. So we're getting closer, about 7 minutes away. The one thing is, when you're cooking a lot of good food, it's kind of hard to wait. Some veggies from the garden. Got maybe a week and a half, and then the cold weather is going to probably take that out. Soup's all nice and simmered. So we're out here in the great Midwest of Illinois, and ready to have some really good food here. My first video, so it's going to be a little amateurish. Don't worry about it. I'll try to get better later. Alright, so we're getting really close to 0 hour. Get ready to bring everything out here. Got like 42 seconds, and hopefully everything will sit there and get ready around the same time. We'll get it all displayed before we sit there and get ready to eat. Okay, so we got the bread done. The dessert's still in there. Maybe having a little problem cooking. One of those things are, did I have enough butter? Whatever. I'll give it another 4 minutes and I'll bring it out, and then we'll try everything. So here at Scottish Fitness, my first video, and this one's going to be mostly on food, and I gotta sit there and show off my sword that my son got me when he was in the Navy. So we have chicken soup that we made homemade. We have the dessert, apple pie and puddings I got from the Alaskan Prepper. I'll sit there and give him credit. And then we have French bread. We're getting ready to eat. And thank you very much.